Kevin from Post Falls, Idaho, and I actually have three stories I want to tell real quick. I'll make them short, I promise. So I gave away a box of this to a friend that I work with who has Parkinson's. He's almost 70 and he's been really fatigued and just struggling with Parkinson's. It's a terrible disease, but so I gave him some, and 3 days later he came back to me. He says, I don't know what's in the stuff. I took it, and 10 minutes later, I had so much energy. And he was able to go out and work in his yard for 6 hours straight without taking a break. He said that's the first time he's been able to do that in years. So that's why I love sharing this product. But the second story is my wife has MS. She's had MS for about 14 years now. And again, she suffers with fatigue. And she, after 3 days of taking it, she looked at me and she said, I just realized I forgot what it was like to feel normal. And that that's touching. It's huge. It's life changing. For me, I use it because it's a foundation for all of the other products. It gives me all of the stuff that I'm lacking just in general from food, but it's also helped me with my weight loss this year. My goal is to lose about 40 pounds this year, and I'm down 13 so far. So love it.
Hi, I'm Belinda. I live in Australia. I've got a really busy lifestyle. Um, I've always taken my health really seriously and took a bunch of pills all the time. I have a regular naturopath that I was seeing over the last 28 years of living in Sydney, and just always just trusted that my body needed X, Y, and Z. Recently, before coming across to three, I was using a curcumin tablet that, in my eyes, that was the only thing that worked for me because a lot of the curcumin on the market just didn't really do anything when I took it. I have a lot of knee pain and ankle pain, and over growing up, I had a lot of stomach issues, and they think I have Crohn's, but they haven't been able to diagnose it yet. So then when I came across to three, I was a little bit nervous because I was thinking that other one worked for me. But honestly, I have not had any knee pain at all. My gut health has improved dramatically. I honestly believe that the way that it deals with inflammation, it work. I feel as if you take this tablet and it knows what ailments to reach in everybody specifically. Because I've just speaking to a lot of people, I hear they just all have different experiences with it. But for me, the way that I can just get up in the morning and not stump, like I used to get out of bed and I couldn't really walk very well, like the pads of my feet and everything. I had a lot of pain. That's all. Am I allowed to say that? I feel like that's really helped and improved. Yeah, I just think it's a remarkable product.
Earlier, Dr. Caroline, you had mentioned, GLP-1 because so many people are into, the GLP-1 and a lot of people are taking some shots for weight loss or looking into it and this and that. And I know you mentioned how our Vitalite increases our GLP-1 by 348%. Correct me if I'm wrong, but our Revive also increases it by,
Correct.
I have written down here, 293% increase the GLP-1. These two together, you guys, 348 plus 293 is 641%. So if you want to increase your GLP-1 without a shot, 641% between these, or if you're already taking it and want to increase more, 641%. I mean, I am just blown away.
It's important because with that, it helps to bring into balance your blood glucose level and your blood insulin level. So
everyone, my name's Janae Hausman. I'm zooming in from Spring Creek, Nevada. My testimonial on Zoom is about my 3-year-old son. He is very autoimmune and he has severe asthma. And I started giving it to him in a little applesauce pouch because when he gets sick, it hits him very hard. And instead of me rushing him to the hospital to be put on a nasty antibiotic, I started just giving him the immune. I gave it to my 3-year-old. I gave it to my 7-year-old. I finally convinced my husband to start taking it. So we take it on a daily basis, and we probably haven't been sick in probably 2 to 3 months because I finally convinced this man to take this product. It is a godsend. That's what I have to say.
A couple of my patients who have autism and have a couple of other issues going on, the binders of just getting rid of the heavy metals helped one go from nonverbal, severely autistic to within, it was about a month and a half, he was able to say over 20 words. And by 6 months in, this is how important it is to get rid of these heavy metals. By about 6 months in, he was talking like a normal boy. And all he was able to do is scream. And now he could express himself. Now he could tell his mom. I mean, his mom was in tears telling me about how excited she was because her boys were acting normal and they were happier because they could express themselves. So these things are huge, and we're inundated with these toxins from the food that we're eating, from what they're spraying on the foods, from what's in the water, what's just in our environment. We're inundated with all these toxins. So one of the reasons why one of the things that really turned me on to this company was that they created this product called Purify that's going in and getting rid of these toxins.
My name's Curtis. I'm from Post Falls, Idaho. As you can see, my head's a little red. Our first 70-degree day today, so I was pretty excited to be outside. You guys, this product has absolutely changed my life. I was diagnosed about a year ago as a type 1 diabetic, and I was fighting my blood sugar levels up and down. And my experience is, obviously, I've only been diagnosed this for a little over a year, but I started taking Eternal, 1 pack in the morning, 1 pack at night. I had to try something, right? I hate taking shots, all those things. I'm against it. It's uncomfortable. It hurts. So I started taking this product and I really noticed a huge uptick in my natural ability to regulate my blood sugars. And of course, the CoQ10 that's in it, that's one of the first things they tell you have to get on right away. So I've just had some extremely good results with this product. And I put it to a test a couple of weeks ago. We went on a mini vacation to Canada and we forgot to bring it. So after 4 days of not having it, I noticed my blood sugars going back up. I got home, got back on it, a regular regimen, and I just had some great results. I'm a type 1, like I said, and I barely take any insulin. So I'm incredibly happy with the results that I'm personally seeing with it. And I couldn't be happier with these products.
My name is Karen Bateson. I am in Matthews, North Carolina, and I actually just finished my 10th packet of collagen last night, so this is very apropos. And I was driving down the street to go to the theater with my mother last night, and all I could see was this part in my rearview mirror, and I see all these little hairs, and they're not breakage, it's new hair, is what have been explained by my hairdresser. And I was like, oh, and it was driving me crazy because it's all I could see, but the rest of it all looks good. But but I also got up this morning at 6:35 and was out the door by 6:55 with a lunch and a breakfast in my lunchbox because I didn't have to put on any makeup. Granted, I just got back from the beach, but it's also because just my skin health, I just put in on my Vitalite, of course, and then a little moisturizer and a little eye makeup, and I was out the door because after that 10 days, my skin never looks better. And also the hair, I get compliments on my hair all the time, and my response is, I take a great collagen product, always. And then, but my favorite part is the gut health. And I know that's not one that we talk about very often with the collagen, but it is like, that's the best 10 days of the month for me because I feel healthier. I feel like my immune system is stronger. Everything's moving properly. And I know we're not supposed to take it, but every couple months I tend to take a couple boxes just to really repair that gut. And that's the best part. I mean, but when everything's working right, you just feel better. So, and then also I look a little better. So it's always nice.
Hi, I am Rebecca Toussaint. I am Patrick's wife. And we're from Idaho Falls, Idaho. And it's interesting, Dr. Phil, that you talked about cancer because that's actually what I was going to talk about as well. So I was diagnosed this year with cancer and went through some pretty rigorous chemo and radiation treatments for a couple months. And, I did some internet searching and what I could find is it ages you like 10 years. something crazy. And so when I got done with my final radiation treatment, you know, I looked really, really tired, really sad. I had like age spots, and I just felt my skin was pretty beat up. And so I started using the massage, and I didn't actually tell Patrick, because I'm, unlike him, I'm super skeptical. Like, he's like, oh, this stuff is great, and he's really upbeat, and I'm like, oh, let's see if it really works. You know, that's my personality. And so I did a before picture and used it once a day for 7 weeks, and then did an after picture. And then that's when I showed him. I was like, okay, your stuff actually works, you know. But, and even like a couple days in, people were they were like, oh, you know, you look so good. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, you kind of chalk it up to, well, maybe, you know, I'm eating healthier, or maybe I'm doing something different, right? But just the other day, we went to an event, and there was somebody I hadn't seen in probably 6+ months. And she told me she didn't almost recognize me because I looked so much younger. And I thought that we talked about that, and I was like, that is crazy, because you can't chalk that up to something else. You know, I notice a difference when I use it. I love massage, and you know, I definitely emotionally, I notice a difference, but then also I just love the way it makes my skin feel, because I wear a little bit of eye makeup, but I don't wear foundation. I don't wear any of that. And so what you see is what you get.